Hey, what's going on, my kings and queens and degenerate weebs? This is Ace, and today I'm just going to be bringing kind of a beginner's guide to Elden Ring, tips and tricks that I find useful and whatnot. I follow a couple Elden Ring help groups, and I kind of just want to go over some frequently asked questions. Leveling, scaling, weapons, affinities, ashes of wars and summons, attacks, combo chains, weapon pairings, and like damage types. So this is my level 150 PvP build. As you can see, I am a Dex Faith build. I do have Godric's Great Rune active, so I get +5 to each stat. Um, This was my dagger build, so I would have Flame of the Redmanes on here, and then the Black Knife to do the health regeneration. But since Flame of the Redmanes got nerfed, this build really isn't viable anymore. But Misericord has the highest crit damage, so that's kind of what this build was going for. So for leveling, let's start with that. So when we go to level, let me get to the grace real quick. Where's the grace here? There it is. I can level up. I'm not going to, though. As you can see, I got a bunch of runes. So when leveling up, you definitely want to get your vigor to at least 40. That's going to be your first soft cap for it. The highest I recommend to get is 60. I wouldn't really go any higher than that. I have it at the in-between 50, which is really good. Mind, really, unless you're a caster, you want your mind, I would say, anywhere between 20 to 25, just so you can use your Ashes of Wars and maybe get in the summons you want to summon. With 25 um, mind, I have 147 FP. That's enough to summon any summon in the game. Endurance, depending on your build, usually you just want to have enough points to where you can medium roll in your armor. We'll go over medium rolling in a bit. And then strength, dexterity, intelligence, faith, and arcane. You basically just want it to where you can use your weapon. So I forget what class I start. I think I was a bandit class, and I can't remember what the starting strength was, but I'm pretty sure. Let's see, actually. Yeah, so I probably started with 11 strength because I don't need any strength to wield these weapons. Basically, the only reason I would level strength in this um, build is so I can wield my weapons, because really I'm going for weapon scaling. So I got the Flame Art Misericord, which, E in strength, so that's terrible. You don't want to upgrade. D and D. So Dex and Faith are both Ds. That means I'm going to get the most damage from that. Um, EBC, so Dex and Faith are where I'm going to get my most damage here. But another thing you have to consider is your Ash of Wars. So while doing your Ash of Wars, they can scale differently. Like with the Magma Blades, the Magma Blade Ash of War scales off of Faith, but the weapon damage scales off of Strength with a little bit of Dexterity. So depending on what you want to do, you can either do a split between Strength and Faith, or you can just solely rely on the Ash of War and go more Faith. But so you saw um, Faith and Dex were my main stats. So you can look where it says right armament 1 and left armament 1. And you can see I gain 1 point of damage into my left armament 1. One sec, guys. I'm gaining one, I guess, damage to my left armament 1. Dexterity, I'm gaining 2. So if I'm looking for damage, dexterity is the way to go on this. Um, but yeah, so on to heavy rolling. So let's see. I got fire prelates, greaves. I can honestly probably put on these, and I'm still in a medium load. So normally you want to be at poise. You want it to be at least 51. 55 is great, but at least, ooh, you want it at least 51, so you can at least tank one hit and continue to fight. So I played with this guy the other day, and he had on blasphemous blade, another sword, and the jellyfish shield, and another sword. I forget which swords. And he was in a heavy load. So this is where you're kind of going to have to practice. And when you're in fights, you can hard swap. So I'd go here, and then, let's say I want to Retuvia. So now I got this. So I can stay into a medium load. I mean, I'm still in a medium load. But let's say, I could have on... the Crucible Great Shield. So now I'm in heavy load. So my rolls are looking like this. We don't want that. You want to be able to get away from an enemy quick. This is a medium load. And I still have 62 poise and pretty decent defenses. So you want to make sure you're in a medium load. If you like using multiple things, just learn to hard swap. So while in a fight, you can tap R3 on PS5 twice so you can still see, and I can still run around and swap my weapon if need be. Where did I put that? Oh, there it is. Swap weapons or do what you need to do. So I highly recommend always being into a medium load. So let's talk about starting out the game brand new. When starting out the game brand new, you do not want to be, oh, I want to be a balanced character, so I'm going to upgrade strength, dexterity, intelligence, faith, and arcane. You don't want to do that. You see my intelligence, I haven't touched it. Arcane, I haven't touched it because it will not benefit me besides maybe a few things like discovery and maybe some sort of damage negation or resistance. Honestly, all I need is dex and faith. And then again, you want your vigor to be 40 to 60 to be at a decent place to where you can tank a lot of damage. I'm almost at 2k HP, and I'm almost at 173 FP. I'm at 173 FP. So that's kind of what you're looking for. So 40 to 60 vigor, mine 20 to 25 unless you're a caster, or if you're not, which if you're playing through the first time, do not worry about a PvP build. Don't worry about meta levels. Don't worry about anything. Take your character up as much as you can. Enjoy the game. Become an veritable god and strike down every boss who looks at you funny. Um, I have higher characters because I like playing the game. And if you play the game through its entirety, like if you go and watch a walkthrough, most of the time you're going to be 150 way before you get to the end of the game. So first playthrough, I definitely suggest taking your character up, but do not be a balanced character. YouTube has a bunch of different guys making bunch of different guys and girls making crazy build videos. Find something you like, but you don't have to copy it exactly. Let's say, my build is a dagger build. You don't like daggers, or you don't like the spells I'm rocking. Make it your own. Find stuff you do like. But you can, look up weapons that are you know dexterity faith-based or faith-based, and you can make them your own and still use kind of the same um, format for your build. So let's see. I need a faith weapon. Here we go. It's not faith, but my sacred Uji Katana. EEB. E strength, E dex, B faith. So obviously the higher S is the best, A, B, C, D, E. So obviously this is a faith weapon, and you will get infusions. So, let's go to Ashes of War, Misericord. Let's switch over to Flame of Red Mings. You got Flame Art, which is a faith-based. Fire, which is strength based, quality, which is strength dex, keen, which is dex, heavy, which is strength, standard is what came on the weapon. So you can always change the affinity. So if you really like Cragblade, you can make it what you want. You can make it blood, you can make it cold, occult, but just do not make a balanced build. Make a build where you're going to maximize off your damage or off your scalings. So, you know, find a couple good weapons you like and focus on that. So I'm going to be respecing this character because this build just isn't viable anymore. But before I do, I just want to go over one more thing. Damage types. So if you look at my Mizacord here, Flame Art Mizacord, I don't know how to say that word, plus 25. Dagger, slash, pierce. So that means it does slash damage and pierce damage. So you got slash, pierce, standard pierce. Oh, we're just going to do the first one instead of going through all. So you got standard, slash, and strike. So depending on the enemy type, like on most of my characters, I will have a strike weapon that I level up with. Do I have one on this character? I don't think I do because of how good Flame of the Redmanes was. But you want to have a strike weapon that will take out, you know, gargoyles and the crystallians pretty easily, because strike weapons do a lot more damage to them than standard slash or pierce. But okay, let's keep going. I'm gonna respec.
Is it time?
Rebirth. Use a larval tier to accept. Actually, so let's find a weapon I'm gonna want to use. Let's start with that. So I think I'm gonna go Dex. So I'm gonna be looking at here, I'm gonna take off all the Ashes of War so I can see what the I can leave it on. I just want to go standard. There it is. Standard. We're just gonna take it to its regular stuff. Standard. Okay. So I think either Dex or quality is what I want to go for. Dex or quality? I mean, either would be good. What's the Nagaki? Cross Naginata. What's that? Dex. So yeah, we'll do Dex. If I don't like it, I can always change it later. So Rebirth. Use Larval Tier. Yep. So again, I'm going to go straight to 40 Vigor because I want that at least. I'm going to go back up to 25 Mind. Endurance. Now I'm probably going to want my Endurance a little bit higher because I'm probably going to want heavier armor than what... Actually, yeah, we're going to go higher in Endurance. See, we're not touching Strength. Dexterity now. We're going to get that up now. We don't need any faith, but we're going to get up to 25 faith, just so we can use some incantations here and there. We still got points, so I'm going to jump this up to 50. Strength, we're going to get this. Ooh, I should have looked at requirements. Yeah, we got to look at... Unfortunately, I got to look at weapon requirements. Kind of want to use the Nagakiba. So 18 strength. I need at least 18 strength. Also, while I'm thinking about it, let's go to helmets. Okina's Mask. It gives me 3 to dexterity. Also, if you're on PS5 or Xbox, I don't know what PC is, you can hit Y or triangle and look at my right side where Vigor, Mind, and everything is. You go to here, Attack Power. This shows your AR. Right armament 1, left armament 1. It shows you my AR, and since I'm getting 3 points in the dex, you can see I'm going up in damage. And you can kind of see what your damage is looking like when you put on different weapons or increase your levels. So +3, I gain a couple points into each dagger for attack points. There's a couple helmets. You got Okina's mask. All the glintstone crowns give you something. But you know, this gives you arcane, this gives you intelligence. So you can look and see what armor pieces can give you different bonuses. Ruler's mask gives me faith, 1 point, but still it's faith. Consort's mask gives me 1 point into dexterity. But okay, so I need 18 strength. Let me look at one more weapon. So yeah, 18 strength. So now we can do this. So rebirth, use a level tier. So let's get up to this to 45. Mind, 25. Endurance, I'm going to go 28. Dexterity, we're going to get to 65 because that's going to be our main stat. Each stat has a soft cap and a hard cap. If you guys are interested, you guys can look up what those soft caps and hard caps are. That's basically when weapon damage ends up falling off. So now I got 4 levels. I can go, you know, a couple into here, but I'm going to keep it at 65 because I'll do good enough damage, but, you know, you want to have good health. You know what, we'll actually, so this brings me 16. We'll go here and here. So now we got it. And that's what my stat pool is going to look like. Undergo rebirth, yes. Okay. So now let's go to Roundtable Hold. Hold on, guys. I'm going to look something up real quick. Somebody was asking for help earlier, and I wanted to find their comment to see if I was missing anything. So strength and armament, I want to try out, where are you? The Nagakiba. It's already at +24, so I only have 10 ancient dragon smithing stones, so I'm not going to use them unless I absolutely love the weapon. So I'm going to leave it at +24. This will be good to go alongside with that. So we're going to get that up to +24. And I'm interested in using this. I've never used it before, so we're going to give it a shot. I didn't have enough smithing stones. So basically you need 12 of each to get it up to the next level. So I'm just going to buy a couple. Make sure I have about 12 of each, just in case I want to upgrade a different weapon. Alrighty. Let's go upgrade it. And then we'll test it out, guys. So this is going to be strictly a dexterity build. The Guardian Sword Spear is absolutely fantastic weapons as well. Clean Rod Spear would actually be fun to run with that. So, okay. So we're going to throw on that. And we're going to throw on that. So now I got the Nagakiba and Uji Katana. And now I gotta fix my spells. So I can still use these two, which is great. I can't use this. I got +5 into faith because of my sword seal, and I can go through now and look to see what I can use along with this, which isn't going to be much at 25 faith, but it is enough to use some incantations at least. We can use most of the beast claw stuff. Can we use any of the blood? Ooh, we can use some of the blood stuff. Nice. Okay, that's good enough. Ashes of War. First, we're going to do the Nagakiba. We're going to throw Unsheath. Lightning does EC. Keen does DA. So I'm going to get the most amount of damage out of this because it brings me to an A scaling. So for this, we're actually going to throw on Stormcaller, but I'm going to want to do Lightning so I have a little bit of... So we are now... Oh, I don't have the Lightning Scorpion. Oh, I know I do. So after doing a little bit of testing, I looked it up. Well, didn't look it up. I actually got more AR doing Lightning on both of these. So they're both Lightning because Lightning scales with Dex. So now I'm going to change up my Talismans, Earthly Favor, HP, Stamina, and Equip Load. Stronger skills, more lightning damage. I wish I had the Dragon Crest, but I must have put it on a different character. I'm seeing if there's any other good talismans I could use. HP. Well, let's use Ritual Sword. You know, it might help us out here. Or we could just go more straight up. You know what? I think this is going to be the way to do it. But let's give this a shot, guys. See if this build is any decent. I've done one PvP match already. I'll post it along with this. I had to put the video on pause because my dog was going out of control. But let's give this build a shot. Don't need that anymore. Oh, we're fighting a mage. See, heavy load, not good for him. Oh, I was a little late on my attack there. GG's. Not bad. Not bad at all. Does decent damage. We'll try one more. But as you can see, I chose, you know, talismans to complement my build. I actually need to change this to something else because I can't really use it. I need 27 faith to use it. Actually, we can just rock this. Like, both run 0, so that's fine. You know, they both weigh 0, and that's what I'm kind of looking for because I just want, you know, Golden Vow, Flame Grant Me Strength, and a couple, you know, maybe a... Alright, guys. Let's see what we can do here. Got the roll catch, but she poised right through it. She has good movement. Good trade. I think I won that one though. How is her attack faster than mine? She has a great sword. That's my question. Got the roll catch. Good GG's. That was a good match. Even though I'm not doing fire damage, I still use Flame Grammar Strength because it does boost your physical AR as well. Uh, your physical AR, also your physical AR, jeez, your physical AR and your fire damage. There we go. Golly, I can't talk. But okay, just to show you, this is I think this is just regular new game. This is where I like to test out weapons and whatnot because the enemies are just a little bit tankier. So we're gonna just see how it stands up in PvE. As you can see, we're in Caelid, and Caelid's not really a pushover area. So when I'm getting crowded like this, I'm gonna swap over to this, and I was hoping they were all gonna run in. My favorite attack is this one. There we go. And I'm only level 150. It's not like I'm level 200 or something. You know what? Let's go. Yeah, let's go prayer room. Show you how we stack up against some of the late game areas. Still one shot in them. You know, while we're here, I can show something off real quick. So, alright, I don't have any weapons upgraded that are strike, I believe. Maybe that's a good thing, though. 197, 201, 223, 190, 212. I'm in a heavy load, but we'll make it work. So we're gonna come in and attack this gentleman right here. 32 damage. Sorry, I just wanted to get into a medium load. 198 damage, and you gotta remember this weapon. Ooh. That's how I would die. But that weapon, it's not upgraded at all. So you saw the weapon difference from a plus 24 weapon to a literal plus 0 weapon and how much damage it did. That was a lot of ruins, so we're gonna go pick them up real quick. And as you can see, this build's not weak. Yeah, it might not be one shot in some of these guys, but you gotta think this is late game. I don't know what you're doing, pal. Buckaroo, old buddy. That's not gonna fly with me. But yeah, I'm gonna get my runes, we'll recap, and call it a video. You can, with the crystallines, you know, just heavy attack them till they die. And now they'll take regular damage. So now, wait, we won't do the critical attack. No, now I'm doing the damage I should be doing. And I can just bully him. But strike weapons, you know, you're going to have more poise damage, and you saw that I did a bunch more damage. But alright, let's go back to the Lost Grace, and let's wrap it up. So, you know, let me pull up my notes real quick. When leveling, make sure you have a build in mind. You see my stats here. Actually, I could take this one step further. Do I lose damage putting this on? How does that make sense? I actually gain damage, but for whatever reason it shows me losing damage. Actually, I'm probably gonna switch up my whole attire. But now I'm doing even more damage. Um, but yeah, have a build in mind so you know where to put your levels and how you want to do it. Scaling, look at the weapons you want to wield and see what the scaling is and how you should distribute your stats. Talismans, pick ones that are going to complement your build well. Also, physic, I completely forgot about the physic. So we should be doing, instead of fire, we should do lightning, and then some sort of, not this one, which one is it? Temporarily boost all damage negation. This is a really good one. Opaline Bubble Tear is a good one. Thorny Crack Tear is an excellent one if you're doing consecutive hits. Find out which Ash of Wars you like to use and put the affinity that's most going to benefit you. Weapon pairings and damage types, strike for armored or scaly enemies. um, but yeah, that's all I got for you guys. I hope this video helps somebody out there with, their walkthrough. I know the game's been out for a while, but people still have trouble with these kind of things. So I really hope it helped. And until the next time, peace.